Good morning, everyone. It's Anika from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I have had the pleasure of getting out for this walk. It's a little bit of a cooler day, so I've still got my jacket on. But I have to tell you, it's beautiful in the forest, and I felt like this is a space that I haven't taken a video in for a little while, so I thought I'd do another outdoor video today. Today, I wanted to make sure that you know that my thinking, contemplation, reflection time has been very much focused on soul families. Now, soul families, in case you don't know, I'm positive that our actual genetic families are part of our soul families. And this is a beautiful experience in terms of learning and or love. Either way, it's a mutually beneficial experience for both. At the same time, there are other parts of our soul family that are connections that we meet along the way. Sometimes it's friendships, and I think oftentimes it's friendships, but they're not just basic friendships, they're deep, meaningful friendships. And I hope that you've experienced these for yourself too, but this has been what's been on my mind for a little while now. So today's contemplation was certainly focused on this, and I found a quotation that totally matched, of course. So I wanted to share this quotation with you. This one is by someone named John Welwood, and the quotation says, "A soul connection not only inspires us to expand, but also forces us to confront whatever stands in the way of that expansion." Did you hear that? So I'll say it again. A soul connection not only inspires us to expand, but also forces us to confront whatever stands in the way of that expansion. And I believe that. So oftentimes, I've found that in my experience, my soul connections that have been most meaningful are these heartfelt connections with either friends, sometimes relationships, and love relationships, as well as, we'll say, romantic relationships fall in there, where there's, I think the commonality that's happening in soul connections is there's not a reason why. How did we meet? Do you ever have friendships like that that you think, wow, do you remember when we met? I never thought I'd speak to you at that party, and then look at what great friends we've turned into. Or there's some unusual circumstance, and somehow there's such a deep connection. Now, I know that I had been on social media for my favorite breed of schnauzer. It's a mini schnauzer, and I met a lady that I only knew from there, but ended up traveling to Perth to meet her, and it was a beautiful soul connection. So that was one. Then I can say that a lot of my relationships have felt like soul connections, or many relationships. I love to know people at a deeper space, and when there is kind of that unusual connection for no reason at all, I know that my mind can focus on it and pay attention to what is the growth or the learning that can come from this. So that same trip that I went to Perth, I have to tell you that I met so many people on a cruise that I took in Australia just before that trip to Perth. And I met so many people. Yet there was this one family that I really connected with, really resonated with, and ended up having a few dinners with them. And, they're from Canada. And not only Canada, they're from Ontario, which is where I am, and they live in Australia. And I feel like our connection was meant to happen. We keep in touch to this day. So that's a beautiful experience. Then I know that my actual romantic relationships have also had this flavor of soul connection. I love deeper connections this way. And I do know that friendships have also blossomed in this soul connection way, where it's literally, you don't know why you get connected with someone, yet there's such a deeper bond than would be an acquaintance or even a regular friendship, which is quite pleasant. But those deeper soul connection friendships have so much value to them, and so much learning, and so much mutual joy too. So today I wanted you to sit down for 5 minutes after this video, and if you can, think about who are the people that you are meeting along your way that are deeper connections. And then, are you valuing it? Are you appreciating it? Are you enjoying it? Because those things happen for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason, but those connections that just feel so right are out of this world, which I wish for all of us. And I'd love for you to focus on that idea for 5 minutes after this video. I want to end this video with one more quotation. It's by a lady named Nikki Rowe, and it's beautiful. So this quotation, remember when I'm talking about soul connections, and I did talk about romantic relationships, I want to make sure that you know that I'm not talking about the type of relationship that might be considered the twin flame, which is, a very deep connection too, a meaningful connection. But I'm talking about just that I don't know why, but I know it's right, this connection. And over time, it makes sense as to why it's so right. So this quotation says, I felt you before I knew of your existence. Maybe it was a hint from the universe to continue on the yellow brick road, so when I would find you along my travels, I would simply just know. I love that because that is literally what I feel. Whether it's with clients, patients, where there is this deep, meaningful connection, whether it's with family, friends, whether it's with relationships, romantic or otherwise, I do know that all of my meaningful romantic relationships have had this flavor to it, and I feel so blessed for that experience. But all of my meaningful relationships have had this flavor to it. I'm sure you have them too. I'd love for you to sit and reflect on that for 5 minutes if you would after this video. I wish you a fantastic day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.